And now I didn't think she was serious about it. And she with me like she yeah exactly. And she was like, draw a person.
Oh yeah.
Like as soon as I finished high school, I was like, I've done this for 3 years. I'm qualified. I'm well qualified to be.
It's a way for someone to express themselves, and it's a way for someone to take a skill and just further it and truly put through an idea or thoughts that you can't with words.
I mean, you can feel the tingle sometimes when you look at the picture. You can even feel your skin crawling. So yeah, you just get those. So spiritually, people need that kind of opening.
It's going big.
So that's one way of making money. Of saying, you've got the skill, and you're making work, and you've got an audience there.
Yeah.
People you know. It's like, can you buy this? Can you tell someone?
Yeah.
I'm offering the service.
Yeah.
That's
and also, guys.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Confused About Life podcast. I'm Mongani Tiane, and with me are two excellent up-and-coming artists, people that I work quite closely with, and I will let them introduce themselves. First, the lady.
Hi guys, my name is Asandam Teotak, and I'm an artist.
And next,
Kotama. I'm also a fine artist.
Okay, guys, so I brought you on this podcast to discuss the thing that you're doing, the thing that you're studying, the thing that I think you two are pushing in life and that you're going to be going into a career with, and that is art. This thing of art, if I can put out the question of, where did you pick up art? What is art? Let's try and get a definition of that, if you don't mind, of what do you guys think art is?
For me, I'd say art is just me expressing myself using paint, using any form of medium, basically, on any surface. Whether it be a wall, a canvas, paper, cardboard, whatever.
For me, I think art is just layers of myself. It keeps on searing. Like each and every piece that I make represents me, represents how I see everything, represents how I do almost everything. So what I see is what I know, and everything that I've known, layers of my life, just because I cannot repeat the same thing over and over again. So each and every artwork, when I see something, and that is like becomes part of me, because I know that something, then I bring it out there. So that's what art is to me. So it talks to me as well. Yeah.
Okay. I think for you guys who practice arts like professionally, it then becomes, you need to have that definition. It becomes personal. So I think I should also give off my definition of art, and just put in a bit of something that I've said before is, I'm an animator, and I've now been put in this art space with artists, and what I think art is, in general, is it's this way for someone to express themselves, and it's a way for someone to take a skill and just further it and truly put through an idea or thoughts that you can't with words. I think, So
basically, bringing your imagination to life.
Things that are up here and here or wherever else.
Okay.
So now that we've got that introduction of art, it's a matter of saying, if I can get a bit of your backstory, if you don't mind, of saying, where did you pick up art? Where did you find this passion for art?
Honestly, I've always been an artist. I feel like I was just born an artist. Well, everyone is an artist. As children, we are artists. It's just
creative.
It's just that as we grow up, some just leave art and they just don't care about art anymore. But I think where I realized that I'm actually really good at this thing was in primary, in grade 7. And then I just went along with it all the way to high school. I was the art kid in class. Whenever we had a project, if we had to draw, I was the art kid. So, and actually I didn't want to take art in high school. And you know what happened? A lot of teachers would say, "Why don't you take art? Take art next year. Take art." And I was like, "You know what? I feel like it's just out there. People know I'm doing art, and people will already know that I want to choose visual art." And I was like, "No, that's not gonna be me. I'm gonna do something different." But eventually, art chose me because I did art in grade 10 to drip.
And now you're here.
Wow. That's one thing you don't hear every day.
That's surprising.
Well, as for me, first of all, my DNA tested positive for it. So
Sure.
that's just like that. Yeah. No, anyway, where I picked up art, I think I was actually art was picked for me in a funny way. Yeah, by my sister. Each and every time, I wouldn't say per se she picked it for me as in like she taught me like almost everything that I know, but um, she was pushy. She was pushy. So there was this one day where I came back home with like a rough sketch of a person, and my rough sketch back on those days was like like a stick man. Yeah. I think you have that in common. So it was basically like a stick man. And then she asked me, what am I doing? What is this? And then I was like, it's a person, it's a man. And I think she was trying to teach me how to draw, but in a very I don't know, she had like tough love, if I could say. So she took me to the sand, and she asked me to draw a person on the ground. So I tried to like sketch out the person, and then also she was like, "Nah, that's not a person." And now came like the second phase where we fought, and I was like, "Nah, I'm tired of this thing." And at that time, I knew I'm a child, and I don't see the point of doing this, drawing a person, and I'm like, why is this person like so pushy about this thing, you know? And at the time, I felt like I was being abused or something. Yeah, because that's how it felt like. So she went to fetch a stick now. This was like the second phase, and it was like, and you know when you have this thing in your mind, like you're going on, like what is she going to do to me? And now I didn't think she was serious about it, and she with me like, yeah, exactly. And she was like, draw a person. And my mom was not at home. It was at work. She never heard about this. She doesn't even know about this. But it was my sister. And I don't know, that day something happened to me because I found myself doing these I don't know, shapes of which I didn't know that I had it within me. Like if I can do something like this. So I draw that person almost like I was choosing shapes, triangles, circles, and rectangles, just like combining those shapes all together. So I was like, oh, there is your person. Yeah. After like a long whip, like an hour
After
of whip, and
cry.
she would fetch me. I would go down the road. I'm hoping maybe she will stop, and she wouldn't stop. Yeah, she would just keep coming.
That's crazy.
Keep coming back. And
This
I was like,
relationship,
I guess I should just give this person what she wants. Maybe she'll like back down or something. But there wasn't like all that happened. After she saw the picture, she was like, "There, see, you can do this if you put your mind to it." So even the next day, stop coming at home with these dummies that you keep doing, these stigmas that you keep drawing. Draw like a proper person so you can know this is a male, this is a female. So that's when I fell in love with art, and I guess that day, I when I'm reflecting back to that day, I'm reminded that a person a person can be satisfied by seeing what you have done. Like that's what I keep hoping my art do for people. Like when they see it, then they see this thing that speaks to them in the most satisfying way. Because I learned that day that because it wasn't just like recently where I learned that art, you should treat it as your baby and like all that as your patient and stuff. But I learned from back at that day when my sister with me that nah, you should be serious about what you're doing, and that would be satisfying to other people. So you may not know how much it means to someone, you doing that thing at that time, but you know, you hear people talking about your art, about your craft and all that, and then you'll see doing something amazing satisfies people. So I've just fell in love with the whole idea, and I guess art from that day just became part of me. So yeah.
And
that's all
this
I can
is his
say.
art, by the way. That was standing, was sitting
From
behind.
stickman to this.
And from stickman to this.
I know
Yeah.
more beatings. Okay. I see that. Okay.
Mm.
So now we've seen that the journey really is important. You know, that connection to say people influence you. To say, okay, people say, oh, you're good at this. Go ahead, do art, do art, do art. But then it has to be within you. That skill, that passion. You have to find something. And this thing of saying art, I don't know where I'm going with this now. I just know that we've introduced some artists. We've talked about what art means to them, the definition of art. And now I'd like to ask you guys about the role of art in society. What good do you think art can do in society? What role can it play?
I think art can be used as some sort of propaganda to sort of send out a message, whether it be a political message,
Okay.
whether it be a historical message,
A message. It can
just
send a message.
sending a message, basically communicating with everyone.
I think that's a very big and like
So
powerful
I
thing.
think
that
art
has-
helps with that.
I don't know, but I agree.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. By saying I don't know, I don't know what it could do like in like one term for society, because you know there are many things that you can like, I don't know, do with art. But I haven't thought about including society as one of the places, or I don't know, feels
For
where you can,
now,
like,
it's for you.
yeah.
Okay.
But if I can like give it some thoughts, I could say art can like can be the subject in the society. So it can be like football. You know, when people would come together and like do this thing, this one thing that makes them happy. You know, football, and there'll be like teams, and people can hold like competitions about art, and football does bring out your inner animal sometimes. You know, when you're running, you could feel like the limits, the strength that you have. You know, everything, the sweat, the working your body. You know, it's all connected to you, and you can just feel that you are like 5 limbs all connected together. That is like out there to destroy whatever obstacle that is in your way. So it's kind of feel like a motivation to you. Art speaks to us, and which is like in many ways spiritually. You know, we connect our minds, we connect with our hearts as well. We connect even our flesh. I mean, you can feel the tingle sometimes when you look at the picture. You can even feel your skin crawling. So yeah, you just get those. So spiritually, people need that kind of opening. You know, sometimes, as I've said, that art for me is when I'm opening myself, like an onion. There's layers, just opening myself. So it's I can give it that one flavor. By it, I mean life. So if I can, it's just that I know I can give like my life or anyone's life out there. If my artwork, they can see my artwork, and they can feel that there is this thing they are connecting to through my artwork. So people in the community, they also can reflect on what they are on the inside through art. So this can be held as competitions, you know, art programs in the community. So that's like the first thing I think about.
There's something what you said that I hung on to there of the work. You know, there's this thing about arts of saying, as much as it is something, maybe it starts off as a hobby, but we're here, we're in university, we're studying it. So
As a
now it's
profession.
as a profession. So it's a matter of saying now, jobs. You know, you have to get a job with this thing, or rather, you have to make money with it. So now, I'd ask, how does one go about doing that? You know, like when do you start? A big thing of this podcast, you know, me being confused about life is that I have big dreams, and I want to achieve them, and I don't know how to. No one knows the exact steps of how to get there, but like, when do you start laying down the foundation? So the same thing with arts, making money with it. When do you guys think you can start laying down? When do you guys think you can start making money with arts? The career. What do you guys see your careers looking like?
For me, honestly, I think Kadirakan was man.
Oh yeah.
Like, as soon as I finished high school, I was like, I've done this for 3 years. I'm qualified. I'm well qualified to be charging people. If you want me to draw you, if you want a portrait, you gotta pay me.
For
Give me
some
cash.
context, Wasanda has a business where she does portraits and she sells them framed and such. You know, so you know,
Yeah. Nice. So
which is good.
So yeah, that was the whole point of me just selling the work.
Make
I was
work,
like,
sell it. You know, you have that.
I'm
skill,
already
that
qualified for it.
qualification.
So, and I'm not saying if you didn't study art in high school or in varsity, you're not qualified. If you're an artist and you're good at it, charge people. Charge. Don't do it for free. Charge people. Get that money. So yeah, I started. I think it was 2020 when I finished my matric. December was my first commission, and I did have a lot of supporters. Like, most people were buying art, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna support you." So yeah, I was going big.
So that's one way of making money, of saying, you've got the skill, and you're making work, and you've got an audience there.
Yeah.
People you know. You know, it's like, can you buy this? Can you tell someone?
Yeah.
I'm offering this service.
Yeah.
That's really.
And also, guys, post. If you don't post your things, no one's gonna know about it. So post.
Because social media is a great way to grow your stuff.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it's kind of the same thing as Sunday said, but I want to add, like, also something to it that most people almost forget about. I mean, as artists, we are innovative, and once you're out there, people know that, and
Sorry, can you can you say that again? Once you're out there, people.
Once you're out there, people know that. Yeah, the fact that you are innovative. They just know you. So some of them, they don't understand art. So it's one thing that artists forget. So in order for people to understand who you are and to understand what you're selling to them, you need to show them in many ways but one. So I wouldn't like count of many ways, but it's the ways that are being used, like in our like controversial world of like artists. So in our days we have like competitions, we hold competitions, we do hold exhibitions, we do have those, and they do have also social media, which is our strong anthem. Yeah, because there is nowhere else in these days where you'll find people like congested, like in one place, or populated in one place. So it's just hard to find people like that populated in one place where you can like yell out there. Yeah, so they're on their social media. So you can like stand in the sun and be hit by the sun. That is like a long way around also, of which can like help you communicate with people. So it's not bad. But what I'm trying to like conclude with in all this is, it's different. It's different for all of us. So as we are studying, we don't have like the same goals. We don't have the same angles. We don't have the same focus. We don't have the same of everything. So I have my own motive which drives me. Bongani has his own motive. Asanda has his own motives. Has her own motive. Sorry, but that's what it comes down to. How do you get there? But it's a question you can only answer by doing. There is no equation in what you can do to get there. I don't feel like there is an equation, but you can only answer by doing. So for us, everything is practical. So there is only one thing that you can do: just work, work your crafts, work until you can feel like you are at your last breath. But keep on working, keep on putting it out there. So there is no equation. So maybe as we're studying, there is no like ship that will take us to that other world where we'll be seen by people from here. We'll go out different directions, and what will work for us is how much work that we put in as we were studying. So we'll be going at different directions, and there's a reason why I'm saying different directions, and there's a reason why there are those different directions. So maybe I can be taken by a competition in life, just competing against artists. Once I'm done here, Asanda can do commissions, doing sales, and Bongani can be doing something different, or animating for like a company. That would be like an agency, or just sending him out there to do those artworks for the company. So it's like different. So there is no equation on what you can do to succeed in an art world. An art world is a wild and a wide range of like things and opportunities. So it's also wide. So there is like competition, and competition is what drives you most of the time, and also looking at what other artists are doing. So in order not only to like compete with them, but to also catch up on what the world wants from artists. Like, and at that time, so we're just our own mistakes of our own time as we're in this time, and we're like for our own, strongholds for our own time. So as artists, you must just only strive to work. So it's just work.
You see that?
Yeah.
That's such a
That's
good
the
point.
equation.
If I can tell you something, guys, because this is a conversation.
Yeah.
Our lecturers, they say this all the time. Just work. Just start the project. Just there's something you're good at. And there's something you like. You start it, and then you develop it. Showcase.
And then you can look back, sit back, and watch. Okay, what exactly am I doing? How can I make this work? You see, all those things. So also, going back to what you asked earlier, you asked, let's see, what is the purpose of art, basically? In general,
yeah.
yes. And you know what I think art is? I think back in the day, before cameras, today multimedia is part of visual art. Pictures are part of visual art. Camera taking pictures, the photos that you take using your camera, using your phone, using whatever, that is visual art. But before the cameras, before the technology, art's purpose was to capture moments.
Okay.
Whether it be good moments, whether it be bad moments, beautiful moments, whatever.
Yeah.
But the main aim of art was to capture the moment.
And also, I think what you're saying is it's a strong point, and also accompanied by the fact that this thing that we all see. There is something strange about people, like the difference in people, like people who are working and people who are looking at people who are working. So there is like a huge difference. And I don't know, it's just the difference of having questions most of the time. So I think many people can ask themselves, why is this happening? I mean, in terms of like getting a job as an artist, because that's like the the widest question that we all have. Like the most question that is so dominant these days. How can you get there? What can you do? I don't know. What am I doing wrong and all that? But you know, there's nothing that you are doing wrong. The only thing is, if I can speak in terms of what Asanda was saying, most people tell you, those people who have succeeded, they tell you to just put in blood and sweat to it. So sometimes they even say, once you feel like you're not tired, once you feel like your body is not rushing, once you feel like you're not in strain, once you feel like you are in your comfort zone, that should scare you.
That's when you should change.
That's
when you should change.
That is like something that should trigger you to move, because it means you're not moving. You're just steady.
Because you know what's comfortable?
Yeah.
Quicksand is comfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
And quicksand will take you
down.
down.
So staying in your comfort zone can kill you. Like even people. So if you want to get there, if you want to reach that point, you must do something of which other people are not doing in order to gain something that other people are not gaining.
This is now a conversation. You know, this is not an interview of I talk, you talk, you talk. We're feeling something. There's a point
Just
that we're on to.
conversating.
And there's this thing of saying, the reason of me starting this podcast, this feeling of saying, I have big goals. I'm surrounded by people who have big goals. People who I see working so hard. We just came out of a midterm break, a week off, and there's people coming with work. You know, and I'm like, where's my work?
Why are you pointing at
No, because this is the work.
coming with work?
But no,
you see,
guys.
you know, this is
work is
So it's a matter of saying now, am I not working hard enough? You know, be careful obviously with comparing yourself to others.
to other artists, but
Yeah.
also
that-
at the
that
same
is
time,
like,
you should also bear in mind,
People are moving.
where do I put myself?
Uh-huh.
People are going. Am I going or am I
Are
standing
you
still?
going?
So
See, I go, guys.
and you know, there's just the comparison part. Comparison is, I mean, it can destroy you
Yeah.
at times.
definitely.
I mean, I think a person can be honest with himself or herself, like on the inside. You know when you're doing something and you know when you're not doing something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, what someone is doing or what someone else is doing, it shouldn't like distract you in a way of losing yourself because of what the other person is doing. So, like, just to put it simple, you shouldn't let that something that person is doing define you, because you are not that person.
Sure.
And as I've said, as there is a different part, you cannot like, because once you start to be concerned about that person becomes like a celeb to you.
Uh-huh.
So you become
God.
like, it
You
becomes like your
worship them.
subject.
Yep.
Yeah. So now being concerned about someone is like you leaving your sport and going to that person and standing in their spot and seeing what they're doing and trying to like I don't know, imitate what they're doing.
Yeah.
And now when you think about it, who's doing what you're supposed to be doing? Because I don't know, we have
Now
like
you're
different
imitating
timelines.
someone
Yeah,
else.
our timelines are different. Even the power that you hold is different. Our purposes in life, it's all different. So
Yes,
even
yes.
the way that we would think is
It's
different.
different.
Yeah.
It's basically like how we do in soccer. I play soccer, guys. But for now, I've taken a break. But like how you do in soccer, if you say I saw someone moving to the front and you move to the front, believe me, the team will lose the ball. So the thing is, if we all lose our positions, for example, I'm a left back, I played defense. If I moved from the back and want to follow someone else because they're playing a left wing and I want to play in the left wing, who's going to play my position? Right, they moved in their position and I'm following them. Who's going to be in my position? That's the thing. Then what happens is that the other team gets space to then win, which makes us do what? We lose. So guys, never lose your position in life. That's the one thing important. And this applies in arts too. Never lose your position in life. Do you. Don't copy people.
Bro.
Oh, Nini live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can
Something like that. Something like that.
I'm taking my position.
Wait. Don't tell me this is this guy coming back as I was about to conclude it.
We back.
Sorry guys,
Okay.
yeah.
Asanda, you can join us
I'm
back.
just so sorry. That was like a notification just now.
But this thing of saying these guys are very busy, né? So you guys have been great. You know what? This has been great. You will bank on seeing them multiple times over and over on this channel. So what I'm trying to do is wrap up. Before we've had a very good, lengthy conversation about arts, artists getting a career, being a creative in general, and selling yourself, having confidence in yourself. And I think I will have these guys back for several conversations on arts, life, being a university student, you know, this life, you know, this road. We traveling it for the first time. We're all trying to succeed.
True.
So thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you for having us.
Thank you to you too guys, and
Thank you for having us.
thanks to our leader here for just giving us a chance to open up about ourselves in front of you guys. So please tell us even down in the comments. We'd like to hear from you guys on what your thoughts are about this whole thing that we've told you. And yeah, I guess I could
This is
just say
goodbye.
thank you.
Or
This
maybe
is-
see
this
you
is-
later.
see you next
listening
time.
to us.
See you
Yeah.
next time.
Danko!
Thank
See
you. Bye.
Thank you for watching that video. It was a struggle getting it out. I won't lie. You're listening to this outro that was recorded 3 weeks after the actual video. Editing was a bitch, and I'm not here to cry. If you're listening to this, then goddamn nigga, you have time to waste. I just wanted to say thank you for watching the video. Do me a favor, like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. You know, that one friend that you know wants to do a lot of stuff but doesn't have that motivation. So yeah, another episode's probably gonna come out sometime. There's a TikTok, you can go and, you know, watch those, even though, you know, TikTok is a trap for productivity. But, you know, just watch that one video, don't scroll, and then get out of the app. So yeah, salute, and enjoy the rest of your day.